Good morning, it's Ryan, and on today's adventure, we're at the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. There is a brand new Jack and Rose exhibit that just opened up. So we're gonna walk through the museum real quick and work our way up to this new exhibit area. I'll be showing you the actual door that they used in filming James Cameron's Titanic movie from 1997 that Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio used in the movie for filming. It's on display here, along with some of the Oscars that were won and other movie memorabilia. We'll also be chatting with Rose as she explains some of the items, and we get a closer look at this door and try to figure out, could both Jack and Rose have fit on the door from the Titanic movie? It's still been bugging me all these years, and so I'm gonna get a closer look in person and see, could two people have fit on this door? I know Mythbusters did something on it, so I'm gonna do my own myth busting today with you guys in the Titanic Museum here in Pigeon Forge. So without further ado, let the adventure begin. So let's work our way up to the Jack and Rose exhibit inside the Titanic Museum. This is a replica of the grand staircase that was on the Titanic and featured in the Titanic movie. It's a great little photo spot as we work our way into first class. You can see some artifacts and learn more about some of the first class passengers as we work our way through the halls of the Titanic. I hear some music up ahead in the music gallery. Work our way outside near the iceberg, which again, another great thing for kids of all ages to be able to do is you can actually come over here and touch the water, which is freezing to 28 degrees. So you can see what it was like for Jack and Rose. Work our way through this area of the top of the ship where you can sit on one of the lifeboats. I've got some different artifacts in here in a little area for kids. And we're almost to where we're trying to get to as we pass through the memorial room. As we come to this next gallery, which is a tribute to James Cameron's masterpiece, Titanic. Got the movie poster right here. The door, there it is. This is the same door that Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet filmed on for the Titanic. It's got like a little projection on it, looks like. Oh, okay, I see it now. You can see Leo's hanging over here to the side. You can see it projecting Rose on right here, so Jack's hanging on to the side. Very cool. They got little projectors up above projecting the scene down onto the door. I don't think the video is doing it justice. It looks really, really cool in person. And from the door over here, you can see some more movie posters, and it looks like they have Rose's sinking dress and Cal's black coat and Rose's life jacket. You can see over here to the right, they show what part of the door. It says the large carved wood panel over the first class lounge entrance was inspiration for the floating wood panel in the movie scene where Jack and Rose held hands while fate slowly pulled them apart into the dark, freezing ocean. So it gives you a perspective of what piece they were floating on. And as you pan around the room here, you can see some of the different survivors' wall of stories. And over here, they've updated this area. Normally has some diving photos, and it's got a number of different autographs of the different cast members. and photos from the movie Titanic, as well as the Hartley violin here. It's valued at $220,000, as it has a number of different signatures of the cast members from James Cameron's Titanic movie. And to the right of the violin, you can see the 11 different Oscars. Here's the one that I'd love to win: Best Film Editing. I need to get better at my film editing. Best Picture, Best Directing, Best Visual Effects, Cinematography. I could definitely improve on cinematography. But Best Art Direction, Costume Design, Best Original Song, Best Original Music Score, Best Sound Effects, Editing. So as you explore the Jack and Rose exhibit here at the Titanic, you might even run into Rose herself that you can come and get a photo with. So I see you're in a nice Titanic outfit.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this outfit over here?
Oh, of course, come right this way. So these are actually screen-worn costumes from the movie. This is Rose's life jacket from that final scene. Kate Winslet even signed it for us. And then this right here, this is known as the sinking dress. That's what everyone calls it. There are about 20 odd of these dresses actually made for the movie because, you know, they kept getting wet. So you had to make sure you had new ones for every take. So this is about one of those. But this jacket right here, this is Cal's black coat that he ended putting on Rose at the end to keep her warm. Only 2 of these were made for the movie. So this is one of those 2. And our little homage to the very end, since, you know, Rose is up on the Carpathia, the rescue ship. She's starting to rain. She looks up at the Statue of Liberty. Her hands are up in her pockets. She realizes and pulls out that she still has the heart of the ocean. So we do have that on display as well, and hanging out of Cal's black coat here. But it's pretty wonderful to be able to get to see some of the actual costumes that were worn during the filming of Titanic. And how they've been just locked away in storage for over 25 years now.
Is there anything more you can tell us about the door itself over here?
The door, yeah, of course. So it is a common misconception. It's not a door. It's actually the panel that's over the first class lounge entryway. So you can actually see over here, we took a picture. This is actually from the Olympic, but Olympic and Titanic were sister twin ships. So this is the entryway to the first class lounge. And the colored part above, that is actually the inspiration that James Cameron took for the panel that Jack and Rose were floating on. So it's this completely hand-carved wood design right over the entryway. And so it's about 8 feet long. And you can actually see the real one right over here on display. My favorite part is that we have this amazing projection happening as well. So you actually get to see Jack and Rose appear on the paneling here. The museum actually just acquired this a few months ago. They bought it in auction. We were not going to leave home without it. And the museum ended up winning it for $718,000. Just a little pocket change, you know? Especially for the first class passengers on board. But yes, the age-old question, could they fit? Personally, I don't believe so. Not both. Not both. It'd be a little hard. After seeing it in person, it's not as large as the movie really made it seem.
I agree that it's one thing to, look at it on a video here, but I would definitely recommend if you're able to come see it in person. If you do make your way to the Jack and Rose exhibit, you got to head over here to the front of the Lego ship and see if you can look really close. There is a Lego Jack and Rose at the very front of the ship. So when you do come in here, make sure you head over here to the side, up to the front of the ship, and see if you can spot the Lego versions of Jack and Rose. So from the 11 Oscars, as we go around the corner, we make it back to the grand staircase. And from the grand staircase, we work our way over here to the gift shop, where you can get this Never Let Go Titanic Pigeon Forge shirt for $20, as well as this box with a Heart of the Ocean inside. You can grab an all Never Let Go chocolate for $5 on your way out. They also have a number of heart of the necklace replicas, anywhere from $15 to this one right here coming in at $189, which is very fancy. And if you do come to the Jack and Rose exhibit, here's the perfect set of shirts or coffee mugs. This one says, "She's my Rose," with an arrow pointing over here, and "He's my Jack." You just got to make sure you're always standing in the right place, or it's going to make no sense to people walking by you. And I have to show you this that you can actually get here for $395. It's a book that's signed by James Cameron. It's a sketchbook with a number of different sketches from the movie. So if you are a huge fan of James Cameron or the Titanic movie, it's definitely the ultimate keepsake. As we come out of the Titanic gift shop, I did want to walk you over to their newest addition over here, their Titanic frozen custard and chocolate attraction. Is not open yet. It's going to open up in a few minutes. So while we're waiting, I figured I would let you know, as they just called the 10 o'clock boarding and everybody got up and is in line getting ready to board the Titanic. This is one of the things we highly recommend you get a reservation for. You get your tickets in advance, as it's certain times that you can board the Titanic. They don't want people just stuffed in there, especially with all the new items that are in there. So if you're coming to Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg, definitely go ahead and book a time. Pick a day, book a time that's best for you. This is one of those things we definitely recommend reservations as far in advance as you can get. Let me head inside and give you a quick look. And as you come in here, they actually have some more items on display, like this Heart of the Ocean, valued at $250,000, as well as some other merchandise, snacks, and drinks, including a new seating area. So you can come in here and cool off on a hot summer day with some frozen custard or a coffee from over here. Here's a quick look at their menu. They have the Titanic exclusive cake cones and frozen custard. They also have some Titanic Officer Buster blends, Sundays splits. They also have some Frappatanics, Busters, boosters, and some other beverages. And if you're hungry, you can get one of their pastries, Titanic provisions, or sandwiches. You're welcome to pause the video if you want to read more details about these items. Two things that I really love about being in here: not only that it's cool and in the air conditioning, which is great, and they've got some seating now, but I love this Paris mural. As Brie and I went to Paris, had a fantastic time, and they cycle through music from the movie Up, which is our favorite animated movie. If you can't tell from our logo, it was a little bit of an inspiration. So great little place to come here with you and your significant other and have a nice little treat or snack before or after you go to the Jack and Rose exhibit here at the Titanic Museum. But there's a quick look at the Jack and Rose exhibit. As I now kind of mull over the size of that door and think about it, I don't know that they both could have fit on there. I saw something where she could have taken off her life jacket, put it under the door, and it would have worked. At least that's what the Mythbusters guys figured out. But the reality is, in the moment, when you're freezing cold and it's dark and it's hectic, do you think about that? Probably not. You know, you're not thinking of all the mechanics of what you're on. You're just freezing cold or whatever. So it's easy to armchair quarterback the idea that they could have fit under certain scenarios of getting other things and putting it under the door. Now that I've actually seen the door in person, I'm a little bit more on the side of I don't think they both could have fit on there, because the movie, when you watch it, it seems a lot bigger, but when you actually go see the actual prop in person that they used, it's a little harder to imagine, especially with the projection, which is really cool. I think it's a really nice touch that they project onto the door, Jack and Rose. Again, it's one thing to watch a video of it, but it's another to actually see it in person, to give you that perspective of the size of the door. And it's just overall a fantastic museum. We love the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge. We definitely recommend it. It's on our top 10 things to do in Pigeon Forge. So if you're coming here this summer or this fall, there's a quick look at what you can see inside the Titanic Museum Pigeon Forge, the new Jack and Rose exhibit. But I'd love to hear from you. Do you think they both could have fit on the door? Again, I think I'm more on the side of, I don't think they could have now, more so than when I first arrived here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you found this video helpful or enjoyable in any way, shape, or form, do us a favor, just simply like the video, and again, let us know in the comments your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.